Hey, 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 hey. Hey, life was lifing. Life was lifing, and life was trying to take me out while it was lifing. But you know what? I'm here. I'm here, and I won't even tell you what it took for me to get here. But I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Let me apologize. Let me apologize. Let me apologize to you guys because this is some bullshit. I see something here. Live news kind of show. Okay. I'm having a rough day. I'm having a rough day, which I shouldn't be because, God is good. So I shouldn't be having a rough day. Fortunately for me, I am. So I want to try to get things together. Good evening, good evening, good evening, all my good people. Welcome back to Operation Heal 100 Heart Channel where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot motherfucking topics. Okay, now the reason why I'm late today is because, I was trying to get some things situated. Now, what the issue is that thank you. I personally usually record from what I'm recording from right now. I go live from where I'm going live from right now, which is StreamYard, right? The reason why I'm not in love with going live from StreamYard is because sometimes when I look back at my videos, they look kind of blurry. And that irritates me. So for whatever reason, I'm like, because they look blurry, I don't want that to be the situation. So let me try to go live from my iPad. For whatever reason, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. Going live from my iPad is impossible. So if you are social media savvy and that's your thing, please hit me up because I almost choked the shit out of my iPad, the provider, and everybody else, right? On top of that, I didn't have the best week, right? So for me, that just took me over the edge because I was already annoyed. But in any event, I made it. I'm now going back live from StreamYard. And that's not the place I wanted to go live from. Keep turning it off for you. That's not the place I wanted to go live from because once again, in my opinion, I don't have the best clarity there. But I'm here. I'm here. So let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Pookie. Hi, my brother Manny. Hi, Tifa. And I know you guys were waiting like this. You were texting us all day talking about going live, let that six. Where the fuck are you? Right? I'm here. I'm here, and we definitely have some things to talk about. Let me ask a question. From where I'm looking at it says, I see on the video it says live viewers comment show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Tap on comment to show it on screen. I don't want to see that. Do you guys see that on y'all and on my screen? Because why is that showing up? I don't know why. Y'all see that? Let me know. Yeah, well, I don't understand what's the issue there. Why is that on my screen? I don't want that there. It says live viewer stream comments show up on StreamYard. Okay, but why am I getting that? And on StreamYard, it's not showing me that. So let's see. Maybe I need to edit something. Yeah, I can imagine. I don't know. Today, I think they're trying to ruin my live. Do you guys think that? I don't think that's fair because I haven't done anything to anyone. So why would they be trying to ruin my live? Right? I don't get why it's saying that on there. And it says I'm live. I don't want to enter the studio from where I am here, but I don't know how to move that. Oh God, I don't know how to move that. So let's get started. Reactions, timestamps, send feedback, participants. They're like free promo. Yes, Tifa, right? And I mean, it doesn't usually do that. It usually says, what's my name? What's going on? Let me look at the settings. Right? Maybe it's something here. No. All right, but anywho, you guys hit the like on the video because we got some stuff to discuss. Y'all don't be distracted by that. It will never happen again. I'm going to try to figure out how I go live from my iPad if it freaking kills me. But in any event, we got some things to discuss. Let me sip my water. I am on day, I want to say day, let's see. I think I'm on day 44 of my 60-day cleanse. And I'm still drinking water. Aren't you guys proud of me? But I could have really used the freaking drink this week. All right, so let's get into some things. I don't want this here, but I don't know how to remove it, so this is really irritating me. I'm sorry, y'all. This is really, really, really irritating me. Because I don't bother anybody. So, let me do it on YouTube. So anyway, the first thing I want to talk about, because it is what has had me riled up to riltivity, and I was cracking up laughing when I seen this happen because I knew everything was gonna go awry. Let's talk about, do you guys watch TGIF? Do you guys watch TGIF? First of all, it's on Fox Soul. It's a show with Al, Claudia, and it used to be Funky Dineva. Right now, let me just give you a little snippet of my life for Funky Dineva. How I actually got started on my YouTube journey was because of Funky Dineva. I found out about him during the pandemic. He would actually do show reviews. And as you guys know, I do show reviews. I see some of you have been tuned into my Bonds Bunch videos and Love and Marriage Huntsville, things of that nature, right? So what I loved about him was he would go up there and review the shows just like I do, but he would put his spin and his own personality on it, and then he would give his opinion about certain things that took place on the show. On top of that, he is hilarious, and second of all, he made a lot of money doing so. Really and truly, all it is making a lot of money to run your goddamn mouth, and y'all know I'm excellent at that. So he is the reason why I got started on my YouTube journey. So then I saw that he was going to be on this new show on Fox Soul called TGIF. So I'm like, okay, I'm excited about the show. I was familiar with Claudia because I liked her little stint she had on Real Housewives of Atlanta because she was going toe-to-toe with Nene, and at that time, people was acting like they were scared to say any motherfucking thing to Nene Leakes, right? And she held it down when she was there, but they kind of gave her the boot after one season. Anywho, with that being said, I knew who she was, and then they had Al on there. Now, Al Reynolds, I'm not gonna necessarily say I paid too much attention to his career, but I kind of knew a lot more about him than I would like to know because I kept up with Star Jones, because Star Jones was the first person that I had ever heard of that had weight loss surgery. He's the first famous person. So I kept up with her journey because even back then, it was something that I was considering. So while I was keeping up with her journey, I saw her weight loss journey. I didn't pay attention, so I wanted to review or whatever the hell she was on. I saw that she was getting married, and they were saying she was being a bridezilla and acting a fool and so on and so forth, right? So in the process of doing so, when they were showing her husband, I was like, okay, I don't really know what the hell is going on because he doesn't look like he's really clear in the situation, right? So meanwhile, while he's not looking like he's clear, it came out that he wasn't clear. And it came out that he might be struggling in some areas, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I kind of knew that because you could look at Al and see that. Fast forward, they were the three people on the show. Al Reynolds, Claudia Joy, and Funky Dineva. Their dynamic was excellent, excellent, excellent. I love the show. You know, some shade, with some humor, with some intelligence, with some intellect. It was good. It was good. Well, come to find out, that dynamic couldn't last because Funky Dineva felt as though I can make more money on my own platform and Fox Soul is not willing to give me more money. So at the top of 2024, he left the show. Now, when he left the show, who preceded him was Armon Wiggins. Now, I'm familiar with Armon Wiggins because maybe about a year, some change ago, could be a little longer, I started watching him because he does a lot of reviewing the female rap space. Me personally, I don't got time to be sitting up there listening to them young girls and all that ratchet shit they be talking about, but he does and he'll break it down. Not to mention, he's very funny. He does have a Funky Dineva-like personality. He's just more young, hip, aesthetically pleasing, and he got a little bit more drip. So I like him too, so I was watching him as well. So when he got the opportunity on Fox Soul, I was like, I can get with this. I can get with this. I didn't want to see Funky Dineva go, but hey, whatever. Armon Wiggins, I see they put you in the spot. I like you personally, so let's get rolling, right? So now they're all on the show now. Since Funky Dineva left, it's Armon Wiggins, Al, and Claudia. Baby, it's been shade all up and through. Now, according to Al and Claudia, the reason why Claudia asked Funky Dineva and Al to join the show is because Al was her friend. Right, he had been her friend for many years, and she knew him, his personality. She thought he would be good for the show, and they asked Funky Dineva because, of course, his personality would be good for the show. Well, these last couple of months, even when Funky was there, so I'm gonna say this has been going on for like the last 2 or 3 years, and it's even going on with Armon Wiggins. It's showing more and more that Claudia and Al are not friends. But you know, they're trying to be professional, but it's bleeding out all over the screen. All over the screen, right? You see every minute they arguing. Let me finish talking. You're interrupting me. You don't know what you're talking about. All through the playback. So I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? So now Armon on there, he brings a whole different flair than what Funky brings. And at first, it looked like it was gonna be Al and Armon versus Claudia, and you could see Claudia wasn't able to handle that. Well, I guess the tables have turned, and now it looks like it might be Claudia and Armon versus Al. And baby, Al cannot keep it together. He cannot keep it together. So it was Al's birthday yesterday. And they said that they wanted to roast Al for his birthday. Now, in all fairness, they had roasted Armon for his birthday too, which was a couple of weeks ago. I think Armon's birthday is like June 2nd or June 3rd or something. Don't get me wrong. I get the whole perspective behind roasting, right? I remember some years back thought about doing it for one of my birthdays, right? What had me dead set against roasting was that what I realized about it is nothing about it is fun, festive, or happy, in my opinion. So I feel like when you're giving an event or you're at a function that's supposed to be fun, festive, and joy-filled, and so on and so forth, to introduce a roast to that setting, it kind of takes the morale down of the event, and it also sheds like it also puts like a dark cloud over the person that's being roasted, because when you're roasting, you're really supposed to go deep and be nasty and say some of the worst things about the person, but in a joke. I don't think that's funny. I don't like it. Right? But that's just me personally. Now, granted, do I know that roasting can be done? Yes, sure. I think that if you decide to do roasting at a family event, let's just say, you all sit around the table like, yo, we should roast some, that's fine. But when it's somebody's birthday or somebody's anniversary and something that's supposed to be festive for a person, me personally, I don't think it's a good idea to do it. Before, when they used to celebrate birthdays on Fox Soul, like when Cocktails with the Queens was there, and even on TGIF, it was more of like a celebratory good thing. So they would get like your friends to come on the show and leave you videos and stuff like, oh, happy birthday, Funky, we love you, you're the best. And then your co-host would say all these nice things about you to celebrate you. That's what birthdays looked like before. I don't like the way birthdays look now on Fox Soul, but okay, I only watch TGIF. In any event, they was there and they were gonna roast Al. Now, when they roasted Armon a couple of weeks ago, he pretty much his roast was very lighthearted, and I think because Claudia and Al are both mature enough to know that we're not gonna really try to cut you too deep because it's not nice. I don't even know why they introduced it, but it's just not nice. Right? So they was like, listen, we don't want to cut you too deep. So they just said nice things. So I remember him saying back to them, like, oh, that was y'all roast? That shit was corny. I think y'all could have did better. He was like, I thought y'all was going to crucify me. So I guess he took this opportunity to show them that, you know what? This is really how a roast is supposed to look. So it was Al's birthday yesterday, and I want you guys to hear the roast that Armon gave Al. I was mortified for Al. And then I'm going to tell you guys what was the end result of the roast, because Al was not at all happy about it. Okay, so let me let you guys hear what was said. Give me 1 second. Hey, if you're new here, please hit the thumbs up and also drop your name in the chat. I apologize that I had to send you guys a separate link. It was a rough time. It was a rough time. It was a rough time. Okay, so keep me in prayer because it started off wrong and I'm trying to stay in good spirits because I love going live. Okay, so what is Al? Right? Okay. So Aaron, House of Aaron is reviewing I'm watching House of. Hey, Steph, I see you made it. I'm sorry, you guys, about the link. I explained in the beginning what happened with the link and me trying to go live from my iPad instead of going live from StreamYard because, like I said, I don't think StreamYard gives me the best quality. And then, as you can see, it's a big ass sign on my damn screen, so that's irritating me. So let's see if I can let you guys hear what Armon said. Okay. Here we go. Who is that?
All the great things I've said about you at the top of the show.
This is Armon.
Because this is truly your birthday. Now, everyone, I wrote it down. Gather around. It's Rose time, okay? Today we're celebrating our very own Al Rose birthday. Al, you're a man of many talents. Some of which include being messy, causing drama, and having a network making our workplace feel like a reality TV show. Al has a unique ability to smile in your face, snap a picture, and go behind your back and talk about you to your coworker that he claims he hates. It's like he's got a PhD in toothpaste that due to Al's special relationship with management and
he said it's like he has a PhD in two-faced studies. Two-faced. But anywho,
his hypersensitivity, we are not allowed to talk about his failed marriage.
Okay. So he said, due to Al's hypersensitivity, they're not allowed to talk about his failed marriage, meaning the marriage he had to Star Jones when he was saying that he wasn't gay, but they said that it came out that he was. According to Al, he said he never lied to any of his partners, and they all knew he was gay. And let me tell you this.
I am not homosexual. I know you fucking lying.
Run that back.
I am not homosexual. I know you fucking lying.
Exactly. So anywho, let's go back to Armon's roast.
He's brought it up many times. Al's faced it. Due to Al's special relationship with management and his hypersensitivity, we are not allowed to talk about his failed marriage. So even though he's brought it up many times, I'll steer clear of that topic to keep my job. Now, but wait, there's more. Al Vince, time out. When I heard this, I keep on hearing.
Okay, that's the lady too.
Get the actual facts right. He's a was a woman. But go ahead. He sees himself as the facts guy, but somehow he never seems to get the actual facts right. He's also a talk show host who's supposed to have all the strong opinion, but the guy can't form a thought without his notes. Please. I've seen grocery store lists with more spontaneous insight. And let's not forget his legendary struggle with names and words. Al is successful, not smooth. It's like watching a toddler trying to pronounce spaghetti. Oh, and how could I forget
Claudia.
Al's clown chasing antics? He's got all these celebrities friends, but the best part, none of these celebrities actually know they're supposed to be friends with him. As if that wasn't enough. Al is currently on a mission to get our talk show canceled. His nasty child is like
He said Al is currently on a mission to get our talk show canceled.
Al's attitude is working over.
What do you say?
As if that wasn't enough. Al is currently on a mission to get our talk show canceled. His nasty child is slightly jealous. Attitude is working overtime.
His nasty, childish, slightly jealous attitude. Uncle Al, he telling you, this is not a roasting, Uncle Al. This is a frying, okay? Okay.
To torpedo our show. It's like he's auditioning for a soap opera villain role. But despite all the chaos, let's not forget it's your birthday, Al. Okay? So here's to you. May your future be as drama-free as past and drama-filled. Happy birthday, Al.
Now, okay, let me run it back and say this, right? Like I told you guys a few minutes ago, I honestly feel in my heart of hearts that yes. What Armon did is the way roasts are supposed to go. That's the way roasts are supposed to go. You're supposed to find some of the nastiest digs that you know and feel about a person and say them so matter-of-factly and jokingly in order to, put that person in the hot seat. Once again, I don't have an issue with being in the hot seat because I can rank and dig with the best of them. My issue is when you put on these shows for opportunities where it's supposed to be a festive event. It's my birthday. It is my birthday. So you think I want to hear all of the nastiest and demeaning things that you can say about me at the time I'm supposed to be celebrating? No, I don't. So while I think Armon did his job, I think it caused him to go viral, and I think really and truly he didn't give a damn about Al's birthday. He really wanted to get his shit off, right? He did the job that he needed to do for him. I just didn't like that he did that to Uncle Al. And in all fairness, let's be clear. Let's be clear, because Uncle Al gonna stay too far behind. Uncle Al gonna stay too far behind. He would throw his digs as well. He would absolutely throw his digs as well. So I'm not saying that, you know, it's not, I'm not saying that what he did is like almost impossible to understand. It's just that once again, you know, I don't think that was nice. I do not think that was nice. I think that he should have allowed him to have his birthday and his birthday celebration and, you know, kind of around. I also think, if I'm being fair though, I think my girl Claudia was right behind it. I think my girl Claudia was right behind it. I actually think that Claudia was the person who got it going. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. I could listen. That's my opinion. I think that Claudia said, you know what? Listen, I want to get Al, so let me make sure I let somebody else do it, and I'm not the person because we've been beefing all week. So here we go. Because Claudia was sitting there like the Cheshire motherfucking cat, snickering and smiling. Right? Anywho, Al proceeded to afterwards go and call Funky Dineva. Like I said, Funky Dineva is no longer on the show anymore, and he's no longer on the show anymore. And he's also he also went out with a bang because him and Claudia got into it once he left the show. Right? So when he left the show and they went out with a bang, he's kind of sort of, I don't want to say an enemy of, but he's not the first person you run and call when something takes place on the show that he left, and he left with a nasty taste in his mouth and theirs. So Al went and called him, and remember, now Funky does his own live show at the same time that Al and Claudia does live. Right? So when he went and he did his own show, he called, I mean, now that he's doing his own show, he was on live while they was on live. For whatever reason, I think Funky's live went a little longer than theirs, but Al got off for the damn phone. He, when it got off her live, he called Funky. So Funky is like, hey, you're live. Hey, you're live. Hey, you're live. Right? And he said, like, I got some shit to say. I want my live to hear this. I want you to go and watch TGIF tonight and let me know. He was about to say, and let me know if I should be fucking pissed about the bullshit that Armon did, but he caught himself and he pulled back. And he was like, oh, I'm live. Okay. So you just go watch the show and you let me know what you think. I want to do something, you guys. Hold on one second, because I think I have a little slight remedy for this thing, because it's driving me fucking crazy. I'm sorry. I can't take it. It says tap someone's comment to see. Oh, so it's saying that you can tap people's comment and put it on the screen. But what if in the settings, I don't want anybody's comments there? How about that? Sorry, y'all, but I cannot take, because this thing looks so big. I don't want to leave the stage. Okay, guys. So, anywho, that's pretty much what happened with Al and Claudia. Al and Armon. I don't know how long this is going to last for them, because it looks like Al might be headed out. Al has started his own YouTube channel. I've never watched it. I mean, hey, I guess. But anyway, let's get back to it, right? Let me hear what the chat is. Pookie said, Mook's going wild. Claudia said, so that's how you really feel, laughing my ass off at Armon. And Stephanie said, I don't care for Claudia. You know what it is? I think I've gotten to that place too. And I don't want to be in that place because Claudia, I don't know, right? I don't know. She's cool, and I try not to dislike her, but sometimes some of her energy on the show, it does irritate me because she gives me hyper masculine. Right, and I'm all for women standing up for their rights and doing what they need to do and all of those things, right? But sometimes when you present like a man, it's a little bit annoying, and sometimes she can present that way. You know, I don't want to say she's pro women, because it's not just that. It's one thing to advocate for women, but there's something a little bit different about it's not just advocating. It's something else there. It's something else there. But anywho, like I said, the beef is brewing. The beef is motherfucking brewing. So we will see how it turns out because I don't know if Al is going to be on TGIF much longer. Me personally, from the energy that he's been bringing lately, I think that Al just needs to go because Al is not happy and it shows up all over the screen. And you can tell that him and Claudia is not getting along and it shows up all over the screen. And to be honest, I'm tired of fucking seeing it. Right? So Al just needs to go ahead about his business. Claudia need to wish him well, let him do his own YouTube channel, and let them move on. But y'all tune into TGIF and tell me what you think. Because Armon was definitely Armon. Okay, that's his style, to be tearing you up and spreading you a new ass on. Okay, next subject. They're saying that Kenya has been removed from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, I don't know how true this is. I don't know what's going on. According to them, she has been suspended from filming indefinitely. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I don't got the Real Housewives of Atlanta to think about this season. I'm sorry. I thought that Portia was gonna be the person that brings me back. I thought I was gonna be able to get back into it. I don't have the Real Housewives to think about because this whole Simon situation and the way he getting on and blocking them from recording and every minute online doing something to agitate this girl. The storyline is not intriguing to me. It's not pulling me in, and it's annoying. In any event, Claudia, you hear me, Kenya and this new girl, I think her name was like Brittany or something, they got into this whole situation and allegedly Claudia dropped some revenge porn. That's what I'm gonna call it because where the hell did Kenya get it from? But she dropped some footage allegedly of this girl and now allegedly she won't be filming indefinitely. Okay, she wasn't really the person keeping me going back to Housewives, but just to know, now we're going to have her X'd out and these already messy-ass new girls who, they're not even on the screen yet and they already got all this. I don't want to see these old bickering bitches fighting. Ain't Kenya over 50 years old? Kenya's over 50, right? So I'm not here for it. I really don't want to. I'm with you, Stephanie. I don't want to see Kenya. And you know what's sad? Kenya's an Aquarius. So every time she do some shit that I don't like, I be trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because I'm like, girl, you in my Aquarius game. But really and truly, I don't. Kenya, stop. You are an old messy bitch, and what it seemed like is you probably encounter another old messy bitch that's not playing with your fucking ass. So now she done got this girl suspended from filming, and Kenya was talking about she was going lit at 6 as well to tell her side of the story. Kenya, nobody gives a fuck. And I'm a little bit happy that this happened because I want to go all the way back to when you was playing Faye fucking face. Speaking of Faye, did y'all know Apollo was just on Dr. Heavenly's live? He just went live with Dr. Heavenly. It was a pretty good interview for what I watched. It was a pretty good interview from what I watched. Dr. Heavenly is usually a messy, insecure bitch, but she wasn't being messy. She honestly was asking Apollo, what was life like in prison? How did he learn how to cope with coming home? How was he able to be so resilient and bounce back? What does it look like for a felon in a new life when they come home? I'm not gonna lie, messy ass Dr. Heavenly definitely was asking Apollo some good questions. I seen about 75% of the interview. I didn't see the whole thing. Anyway, back to you, Kenya. When your motherfucking ass was playing the Faye face with a fucking man, they should have suspended your ass then with that bowling ball fucking booty. I'm tired of you. Okay? Faye don't bother nobody. She was a nice person. She shady as hell, but she don't really fuck people. She damn sure don't play with the institution of marriage, like on camera would say. So when you was over there playing with her fucking man, and he was playing back with you, because I couldn't stand his fucking so anxious, genuine looking ass when he was doing it too, because y'all both was playing in Faye face. Y'all both was playing in Faye fucking face. And now Apollo, your 9 o'clock shadow, you out needing Faye for storyline. She shouldn't have gave you shit, but you missed the president and our little boy father. So, she wanted to be nice to you. But go sit your ratty ass. Now, Kenya, I hope they did suspend you. I didn't want to see your old ass back. You get on my fucking nerves. You ain't nothing but a messy drama queen. You try to act like the victim, then you skirt around the shit you start. That irritates me. Just listen. I be on bullshit, but y'all be on bullshit too. Stop saying, I never, you fucked with Portia. I didn't appreciate that, but see, Portia wasn't playing with your ass. Portia drinked you up and yanked you down. She said, listen, you can play with Phaedra like that, and she may be too classy and wrapped up in the Bible to yank your ass, but Portia grabbed you, yanked you down. Portia was not playing with your ass, so you still sit about 10 feet away from her when y'all in any setting, because you still know she a little unhinged and you don't know what she might do. Stephanie, me too. I love Phaedra. I love y'all. Don't understand. Phaedra is reality TV gold to me. Her and Hosamini. Because one thing about Phaedra is being classy, but Phaedra is shading the dog fuck out you. And with the nicest smile and the nicest southern drawl. But she will get you clean and right on up together. And she about a business. That bitch trying to get to the bag. So I love Faye too. So if Kenya is not filming, I don't give a damn. And really and truly, if Kenya was filming, I was not coming back to the show because I can't take Simon. Oh God, he is driving me crazy every minute online. And I rebuke the Rolls Royce and we're homeless and Simone, shut the fuck, girl. Pookie said, my son Apollo said he's trying to get back. Yes, he definitely is trying to get back. That's one thing I can't give Apollo. He's trying to get back. And I didn't know he still go with the lady because they was like somebody filed for divorce. I don't know which one. And I was watching them on couples therapy or retreat or whatever. Oh, and Apollo, your ass ain't changed. The same antics that she was pulling with this new girl is what she used to pull with Faye. It's just that it wasn't another woman involved. But you know, that passive aggressive, sarcastic, trying to talk over the bitch. You know, you doing something you ain't got no fucking business doing. Then when they catch your ass trying to act nonchalant, like you don't give a fuck, like you so fine, they supposed to be in your motherfucking day. Yeah, that light skin shit, Apollo, you could take that back to Genuine. You see where he at? Okay. So anywho, Quad. Child, they said Quad's got a man she been in love forever. And no matter where he goes, she be thinking of him. She wanna love her. She wanna love him. All right, did y'all see Quad new man? Okay, Quad. Okay. Right. Okay. From the pictures, Quad, you did a thing. You did your big one. You didn't do your gigantic one, but you did your slightly big one. He's tall. He's not a bad looking guy. The only reason why I'm saying you did your big one and not your gigantic one, because I didn't get into all what you doing all that, because for you, because see, I'm not a gold digger bitch. So me personally, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like it gotta be you making 23 figures and all that. But for you, Quad, you act like you wasn't interested in dating unless you had Barack Obama. So, because that's the case, I want to hear what he do and how he live and how much money he got and how long you know him and is you fucking him and how old is he, and I want to know all this business. I didn't really get a chance to dig into it, but I'm going to dig into it, Quad, because like I said, for you act like you couldn't date nobody. Every time he brings somebody up to you, oh no, honey, I can't, that's like too much. I just can't really do that. Like, who's he? Don't he got a baby? That's nasty. That's a scandal. And you know what Quad gave me like a fake. Anyway, I'm not getting on that. I'm just happy you got a man. And I pray that he's in the medical field so you can solidify your spot or marry to medicine. So just in case they want to kick you out the winery with the dancery, the next fucking time you can say, okay, I'll leave this event, but I'm going to still film, bitch, because I do have a man that pertains to what the fuck y'all filming about, right? Medicine. Okay, got it. So I hope and pray that the situation works out for you, because if I got to see you crying across the screen about another failed relationship and somebody beat me your ass, how you Shawnee O'Neal stole the money and put a little in the bag here, a little bit in the purse, and now you came up on your own and I don't want to hear none of that bullshit, okay? So hopefully you and this man work out. On the next live, I'm gonna dig into the deets and see what his life is about. All right. I want to talk about Stephen A. Smith. So if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. If you are new or you've always been here, please hit the thumbs up. And if you just got here, please leave your name in the chat, right? We're going to talk about Stephen A. Smith. Now, in all fairness, right, me personally, I like Stephen A. He dropped a book not too long ago. I said I was going to read it, blah, 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 blah. What I like about Stephen A. is that he can be controversial, which is a little annoying. But on top of him being controversial, I like any man that's going to stand on their shit. I don't care what you say, what you do. If you said it, say it with your motherfucking chest. Don't boil up in a corner with certain people address you about it. Don't run and hide. Don't tuck your tail. As a man or a stand-up woman, If you say something, you should be able to A-Town motherfucking stomp on it. Right? What I like about Stephen A. Smith is what I've seen of him. Anytime that he has said something, he has said it with his whole motherfucking chest. Right? So you can't be mad at that. I'm like, oh, okay, Stephen A. say your motherfucking shit. And then too, he does have a lot of knowledge in the sports field. And what I also like is he just has knowledge as a man. You can tell that he's been through some things, he's grown. So I'm like, okay. I can get with him, you know, saying his BS, but also knowing this is what I said, this is what I mean, this is how I feel when anybody changing my motherfucking mind. Right? So I got that. I'm here for that. What I wasn't here for, okay, is Stephen A. taking it upon himself to speak on my boy, Will Smith. Now, y'all know I went live and I told y'all, and I stand on it to this day, and I'm going to A-Town stomp. I am in full 100,000 million% support of Will Smith and his actions against Chris Rock. Would they have been my actions? I don't know. I do not know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm a tad bit more mature than Will. Maybe I would have kept it together. But in any event, did I honestly agree with Will's actions? Yes. Did I understand what he did? Yes. Did I think that he was upset and embarrassed and apologetic about what he did? Yes. Did I think that he regretted what he did? No. No. I think that he felt like Chris Rock needed to keep his wife's name out his fucking mouth, and he wanted to let him know he felt that way and show him how much he felt that way. What's wrong with that? So I agree, right? So anyway, y'all know Bad Boys 4 drop, right? And me and Pookie went to see it. We loved it. Let me tell y'all something. Will and Martin is such a dynamic duo. Like me personally, I love when people match. I don't care what type of relationship it is. I don't care if it's a working relationship, romantic relationship, friendships, or family. I love when people just mesh. They work, they match. And I'm going to be honest with you. Be careful about, you know, working and meshing and, you know, being able to be cohesive with another person, because people will hate on that. People will really hate on that. I've had a lot of friendships and romantic relationships, and even sometimes some of your family relationships fizzle because people will try to get in between. I'm very good at being able to mesh, which is why for the most part I get along with most people. You know, I can mesh very, very well depending on who the person is. Right. So anyway, Will and Martin is just a combo that we need every single time. If I'm being honest, I want to see them in more stuff together. I don't want to just see them in action movies. I would like to see them in romantic comedy together. I would like to see them showing Will getting back out in the dating scene and Martin being his married homeboy that's trying to give him advice. And I am in love with Will and Martin together, right? So them and Bad Boys 4 rocked it. It was action-packed. It was emotional. It had a good storyline. Will's son was there. Okay, now. Okay. You know, and again, it was very, very good. It was very, very good. They went about it the right way. Me personally, I'm going to go back and watch 3 again because I was not a fan of 3. I am a fan of Will and Martin, but I was not a fan of Bad Boys 3. Anyway, Stephen A. received nasty hairline, pie-ass face, Eminem fucking shaped head, had the nerve to say, I guess somebody must have asked him, which really I don't think they did because sometimes he could just offer his opinion without being asked, right? If he was going to see or had he seen Bad Boys 4. And he basically said he had no desire to see a Will Smith movie because he feels that Will Smith owes the black community an apology. Stephen A. Stephen fucking A. Stephen A. Do you have a wife, Stephen? Stephen, you have a wife? Y'all let me know in the chat. Does Stephen A. have a wife? Does Stephen A. have a long-term girlfriend? Does Stephen A. have a boo, a thought, a mistress, a lot lizard? Is Stephen A. even getting pussy? Like, what? Stephen A. Let me say this, right? And I want to make it motherfucking clear. I know that people wake up and depending on what direction the sun is shining in, they decide to go get married. Those are motherfuckers that don't, like Miss Karen Hugo would say, take the institution of marriage seriously. But you have people, especially a person like Will Smith, who comes from a married household, you know, that take the institution of marriage seriously, very seriously, to a point that they will go above and beyond to protect that institution. Again, you have people who wake up and guess what? The sun is shining east. You feel like getting married today? Yeah, and after that, we could go to Trader Joe's. That's pretty much how they live their life, right? So for them, if something goes right, wrong, or different in their marriage, it's almost like going to the supermarket. I picked up something I want, so I put the shit back, right? So I can honestly see, you know, Stephen A. feeling like, you know, well, what Will did was wrong because, excuse me? First of all, let's be clear. Will and Jada are married. Right now, they're married. Right fucking now. Now, in all fairness, they did reveal that there was a time they were separated. Not legally separated, not divorced. It was a time that they took a time out. At that time, neither one of them mustered up the courage to say, listen, we've been separated and it's over. No, what they kept saying was, we're taking a time out and time for ourselves. That means you're still my husband and I'm still your motherfucking wife, right? When they showed up to what was the shit they was at? What was it, Oscars? That's what they was at? When they showed up there, they showed together. Now, granted, we have seen Jada on the red carpet with August and anybody else she was screwing. And so if had Will slapped Chris and she was there with August, then maybe I would have been like, no, nigga, you tripping. What the fuck you did? This hoe got nothing to, you know what I'm saying? No, he showed up with his wife. He showed up with his motherfucking wife. And at that time, they had not revealed that they were separate. So according to everybody in the world, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith showed up, the married couple. So you mean to tell me you wanted a husband to sit back and watch a person who consistently has disrespected his wife the one night we're sitting next to each other and it's supposed to be a night that's about me. I'm going to allow you to stand up on a stage in front of thousands of people and from the TV screen in front of millions of people and disrespect my wife and I don't do shit? Let me tell y'all one fucking thing. Let me be very clear. The day I date a man that don't protect me is the day is my death day. Go on and put rest in peace next to my name. I don't play that shit. If I was Jada and this big-eared, horse-teeth, donkey-looking motherfucker was up there talking crazy about me and I'm sitting next to you and you like to, babe, it's just jokes, babe. No, it is. It's just jokes. It's clearly so the fuck is this marriage. It's just jokes. Don't put, do Chris Rock have any ex-wives or current wives or booze, anybody he can fucking joke on? Joke on them. Joke on them. Don't fucking joke on me. Do not joke on me. So Will getting up and slapping fire out of that donkey Shrek looking motherfucker. Yeah, not Shrek, donkey looking motherfucker. Yes, I agree. Slap him again. And when he walked off, he stated his claim. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Thank you. So I'm in full support of that. So Stephen A. Smith, you wouldn't even understand what the fuck that looked like. Because do you have a wife? A girlfriend? A thought? A side chick? Do you have any of these relationships that mean something to you? No. No, you have your career. That's your baby. That's your woman. That's what you jerk off to. So maybe if somebody was fucking with your career, maybe you would slap them. But you don't understand. What would my Aunt Karen Hughes would say? The institution of marriage. And because Will does, he knew in those motherfucking moments, if you let this cornball show how much of a cornball your ass is, it's over. For real, right? So Will said, let me get on the fuck up because I ain't gonna be able to lay this one down. And he slapped his ass, and when he walked off, he said, why? Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And I think, Will, you need to head over there. What is Stephen A. on CNN or what is Stephen A. on? Head over there and slap the shit out his ass and tell him to keep your name out my fucking mouth. And when I watched Bad Boys 4, because remember, Will had the dad bod. Oh, Will got that shit together. Will got that shit together. He back putting on his suits and walking in slow motion in the movie and putting his shades on. Will is back. Will is fucking back. Will, you better go over there and slap the dog shot of Stephen A. too and tell him that keep my name out your fucking mouth. What you mean, Stephen A? Oh, he owe the black community. What he owe the black community what? Why is nobody saying Chris Rock owes Jada Pinkett an apology? Why? Oh, but it's okay to play with Jada Pinkett because everybody views her as a thought and a hoe and a this and a that. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not his bitch to play with. The long and the short of it. But that's the real issue with his big ass teeth and his awkward ass face and his big ass ears. The real issue is you want that to be your bitch, Chris. That's what the problem is. That's what the problem is. You feel like how did Will, who you view as a corny guy, get the bitch that you want. Chris Rock, you probably watch Jason's Lyric every night and jerk off to Jada in that fucking woods with Alan Payne. You really you want her bad, which is why you constantly pick on her. Which is why you can't stand Will. Too bad. You're a fucking hater, and your ass needed to be slapped. And Stephen A., I'm inclined to believe your ass needs to be slapped too. But I like you. And I'm going to get your book. And I think you're cool. Other than don't fuck with Big Willie. Do not fuck with Big Willie. Do not. I don't care what you do. Don't fuck. You know what? Let me read the stats on Big motherfucking Willie. Let me read the stats. Because I seen something the other day. Hey, Manny. I seen something the other day, and I said, I told y'all on another live, Big Bank motherfucking Willie got it. Big Bank Willie got it. Y'all be trying to talk spicy about Big Bank Willie. Big Bank Willie said, okay, all that. Right, okay, what else happened? That's all good, but guess what? I'm still that motherfucking nigga. Look at what they said. Somebody wrote, baby, for 55, he looks amazing in Bad Boys 4. Jada may be off, but she ain't crazy. Somebody pulled up Will Smith's box off his stats. It's truly a flex. Check out Big Bang Boys. Let's check out the flex right here. Bad Boys, 1,141,407,024. 7 pounds, 169,748,929. I'm gonna just round it off. I'm not reading those numbers. Independence Day, 800 million. Men in Black, 600 million. Enemy of the State, 250 million. Wild Wild West, 222 million. Men in Black, 440 million. Bad Boys 2, 273 million. iRobot, 353 million. Shark Tale, 374 million. Hitch, 371 million. Pursuit of Happiness, 307 million. I Am Legend, 585 million. Hancock, 620 million. Men in Black, 654 million. Suicide Squad, 749 million. Bad Boys for Life, 425 million. Aladdin, 1,540 million. Will is the only actor in the history of Hollywood to have 8 consecutive films make more than 100 million in the box office. You think Will give a fuck about a slap? You think Will give a fuck about Stephen A. Smith? Just to clarify, I don't care how many men on the planet view Will as a simp, a cornball. Will is that nigga to every bitch on this planet. So if you sitting around judging Big Bank Willie, you need to be learning from the motherfucker, okay? Okay. So Stephen A., if you didn't go see Bad Boys 4, I seen 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can shove your movie ticket up your asshole. When you come out with $1 million box office smash, then you can talk about Big Bank Willie. Until then, get off his dick and keep his name out your fucking mouth. Okay, let's move on. Because I ain't want to brag too much about nobody else fucking me, and I got my own. Anywho, who else I want to let y'all know about that had me going up in this piece? Yeah, don't fuck with Big Bang Willie. That's my cousin. All right, and the movie was Chef's Kiss. Bad Boys 4 was excellent, and everybody needs to see it. It's a few things, like I said, I didn't pay attention to 3, so I'm going to have to go back and watch that, me and Pookie. Oh, somebody go check on Nicki. Somebody, we need, who was in charge? Okay, so Tifa is here, Stephanie is here. The only person that we missing is Melanie. But we need help again. Tifa and Stephanie, we need help again. We need help again. So, who was in charge of the sick and shut-in list? Somebody was in charge of the sick and shut-in list. And now we need somebody to check in on the, what's this list called? What is this list called? We need Tifa and Stephanie. I'm calling on y'all. Tifa and Stephanie. We need somebody to check on the, I'm going to think of the list. We're going to give the name of this. But anyway, so Nicki Minaj, she went on, she posted online that I think she put single. I don't think she put I'm single. I think she put something like single. Whatever the case may be, it would allow one to believe that she was speaking about her relationship with the Big Blood Zoo and that she's now single. Once again, it goes back to what I guess is going to be the whole premise of this live, which is the institution of marriage in my Aunt Cameron's voice. Nicki, I know that. Let me explain something, right? And I'm happy that Stephanie is on this live because she can also help me with this conversation, right? It's one thing to know somebody from when you was like 5 years old, right? You know them, you went to school with them, they was mad cool, you had a crush on them, you wanted to holler, right? But then some distance is put between you guys in formative years. Right? So let's just say we did used to hang out. I grew up with you from like 5 to 11, but then from like 11 to 19, I don't know where the fuck you was at. Maybe you moved to another state. Maybe you was incarcerated. Maybe you got a job somewhere. Maybe you moved across the country. I don't know the fuck you was doing, right? But we weren't around each other during that time, right? So now we link back up at 21. I want people to stop saying, I knew him my whole life, and I love him, right? And the reason why I included my girl Stephanie, and I'll give you a little synopsis, is because Stephanie's husband, who I always advocated for, hey Joe, we went to school with Joe, right? And we all know Joe. We did grow up with Joe, but we all were at a distance, including Stephanie and I. So when me and Stephanie started hanging back out, and me and Joe started hanging back out, and Stephanie and Joe started hanging back out, we're all relearning each other as adults. Now, fast forward, I think we started hanging back out in like, Stephanie, correct me if I'm wrong, like 09. Stephanie and Joe got married in 2017. That's a whole 8 years of relearning the person as the adult that they are. Right? What I see people do is, I knew you back in 88, you knew me, we might have played hide and seek for a few years together, and now I'm seeing you back again in 2024, so now because we knew each other from there, we all in love. No, baby. No, baby. No, you're not. You know why you're not in love? Because you don't know me yet. And for Big Zoo and Nicki, what it feels like to me is that, yes, they knew each other from younger. Yes, they kept in contact through jail calls. Yes. But now him getting released from prison and you being a mega fucking star and you both being adults and having your own separate experiences, you have to relearn each other. Yeah, see, Steph said 2008. So if from 2008 to 2017, it's 9 years of them relearning each other as adults. So yeah, motherfucker, fuck who I knew at 6. Now I know you at 25, 26, 27, 28. And yes, I am in love with this man. Don't come fucking telling me, oh, I knew you from 6 years old and I'm in love with the 6-year-old you. Oh, no. The 6-year-old you is not showing up here. So, Nicki, why I believe you did know Big Zoo and why I believe you were sneaking behind Safari back accepting jail calls, I do not believe that you knew Big Zoo as an adult. And I think Big Zoo is home now. And again, you got your megastar experiences. He got his up north experiences. And y'all tried to blend that from the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds that you were. And I don't think that's a match. And I felt it wasn't a match when y'all got together. I know a lot of people really felt like it wasn't a match because, again, Nicki is a megastar, and here you go with a convicted felon that you're trying to squeeze in and have everybody accept, and especially with such heinous cases that he has, with the heinous case that he has, nobody really wants to accept him. I'm not going to hold his criminal history against him. He served his time. Move on, right? What I am going to say, though, is that, Nicki, you was out traveling the world being a megastar. He was up north with the wolves, fucking carving down things to make razors and toothbrushes. Like, it's two totally different experiences. So now with you back saying, oh, he showed up here and he's a grown man and you knew him since you was 2 years old and y'all fall in love and getting married and having a baby. Do you know this man? So I think what's happening now is that Nicki and Big Zoo are getting to know each other. And now we're getting to know each other because if I'm not mistaken, I think that Papa is Big Zoo and Nicki's first baby. So now we're getting to know each other as adults, as parents, as business associates, because I believe he's on her payroll. I don't think that's working out for my girl Nick Nack. And in all fairness, when she first came out and said that she was pregnant and that was her husband, I wanted it to work for her because she's had a lot of publicized relationships that failed. And I can kind of see her fault in the majority of them. So I wanted this to work for her because I believe that every person on this planet should experience true love, and I definitely want it for all women. No shade to the men. Sometimes they act like they don't talk about it, but I know all of us women want, seek, and need to find at least one time in your life true love. So I wanted that for Nicki. You know what I'm saying? I wanted that for her. I believe she wanted it for herself, right? So when she said that he was here, I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Nicki, and you all right? But I think that the pressure is on, especially from some of the things that she has said on her album and the getting to know phase of that relationship. And I think that instead of it being I'm getting to know and falling more in love with you, it's like I'm getting to know and I don't really know if this is working. Right, and I want to say something. Let me sidebar. Y'all know I love to give y'all my own personal stories, right? Pookie and I will be celebrating 8 years in September. Praise God. Come on, God, what a good man, right? And I love him. I love him dearly, right? But we did have a time in our relationship for 2 years where he had his own personal situation. Now, Pookie is not a man that I knew from 4 years old. No. I met him as an adult, and even during that time, before he had his situation, we were like, okay, hey, you know, we was friendly. You know, I let him hit it once. Yeah, right? But again, not a person that I really knew from childhood. I knew his whole family. No, right? But for whatever reason, during the time when we first met, we always just had a very cool rapport, right? Whereas you know you talk to other people and after a while you're like, fuck that motherfucker, I'm supposed to know. With him, it was always just like when you see him like, oh, look at my boo. Like, you know, we always kept a cool rapport. When he got into his unfortunate I don't want to say Big Zoo situation because Big Zoo charges is totally different from Cookie's. But when he had his situation, right, we came together, and again, this is us both coming together in a vulnerable space. He has a situation. I'm new to my healing journey. And right now we're very touchy-feely, right? So for us, feelings and emotions is all over the place at the time. That is the time to fall in love. You're your most open, you're most vulnerable, you high off life. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we provided something for one another that was so beautiful in that time, right? 2 years into our relationship, we moved in together. Right now, for me, that was kind of nerve-wracking because I never lived with anybody. So I didn't know what I would feel like. I lived alone for many years, right? So I felt like, no, I didn't mix you. Pookie, I didn't mix you with Big Zoo. I felt like, yes, I love you. Yes, be in love. I just ain't never let nobody see like my dirty panties or nothing. You know, so it's like a weird space. But for whatever reason, even to live with, it was just like the prior relationship we had for the last 2 years. We sync, we mesh, we gel. Lovely, right? Boom. I think for us, it really was the pandemic. I think it was a pandemic because even with us living together, he works, I work. So for a number of hours out the day, we're not in each other's company, right? So it's still kind of at a distance. And the pandemic, oh baby, we locked. We are locked. We are literally locked. We were so locked that got to a point that we would go out and do things just to kind of get a little bit of space because it's like, oh my God, you're around a person 24 hours, right? And our apartment is not huge, so it's not like I could go to the West Wing and don't see him for 6 hours, right? So, you know, we definitely, but the pandemic is where the meshing and the gelling came in at. And like I was saying for Nicki, it was the opposite for me. When we got together in the pandemic and the meshing and the gelling happened, I fell in another level of love. Whereas before that, it was like, okay, let's just say I was in love on level 4. Pandemic brought it up to level 8, right? Where it seems like Nicki, you guys might have been together and in love on level 5 because we're new parents together and I know you're from younger, but then as the relationship progressed, y'all might be going back to a level 2. And a part of me feels a little sorry for Nicki because, like I said, I was true love on everybody. And I also feel bad for her because you don't want to, you know, think that this is it and find out that it might not be. But anyway, let me tell you what happened. What happened was she went online, she put the something sing when everybody was peeking, trying to figure it out and trying to sift through what she really meant and all this bullshit. I mean, I kind of saw that coming from the way that she speaks to him and, you know, the way it looks when they show them together. It doesn't give me the mesh that I see with like a Stephanie and Joe, right? So I was like, even my brother here on the slide, even my brother and his baby mother, like when they're with each other, you can see the mesh. So me personally, even like whenever they're in the same place, I didn't see it. So anyway, then she looked like she was, and I want to call it, I'm going to say she was heavily drinking, right? Because I don't want to put any drugs on anybody. And also, I know how it is when you're drunk. You can be slurring and talking crazy and loud and belligerent and eyes on the back of the head, depending on how much you were drinking. So she was somewhere talking to some people, and my girl was out of it. She was out of it. And then they showed another video she posted on live, and she was, again, going with the wind. And she was saying in the video, like, you know, if the new mothers, you know, you're doing a good job. And it made me a little sad for her because I felt like she was acting like she was putting out a PSA for new moms. But I felt like she was like trying to, you know, reiterate that to herself. That although you're touring and you're spending a lot of time away from your son and, you know, you're not being the mother that's in the forefront at the moment, you're still doing a great job, which you are. You are. What you're doing is you're setting up a future and you're cementing things for your son. And there's nothing wrong with that. What I think is that, and I could be wrong, this is just me guessing, I think that Big Zoo was telling you in the heated moment that you weren't doing a good job and you're not the best mother because you're not around. And I think he has time to think about that because if I'm not mistaken, I think that Big Zoo is on, I don't think he's on house arrest, but I don't know if he can travel all of the places that Nicki can travel. So because of that, he might be sitting home watching this bitch twerking and gyrating on the stage with Beanie Man and all these people she invited to the tour. And in his mind, that's pissing him off. And in an immature way to fuck with her, instead of me just saying to you, I ain't like that leotard you had on. I ain't like you humping and whining on Beanie Man and all the nonsense of pumping the ground or talking to the people. You know what I'm saying? Instead of him vocalizing that, he tried to hit her where he know it would hurt. And he started to try to make her feel like you're not a good mother. And I think when she was fucked up out of her mind in that video saying those things, she was making it seem like she was talking to somebody else. But I really think she was trying to reiterate that for herself and her self-esteem because he had already tore down. Which was, if that's the case, a petty and fucking stupid thing to do. But I also think it goes hand in hand with the relationship. I don't think Zoo has the comfort to tell her he don't like certain things because I think Nicki will spit back. Shut your broke motherfucking ass up. I fund your whole motherfucking life. You know what the fuck I tell you to do and you get it done because I'm that bitch. That's what their relationship gives me. I think you talk spicy and you talk crazy to him. And I think he is a street guy and trying to keep it together. And he allow a little bit of that because you are the primarily the breadwinner. But then after a while, he start cursing your motherfucking ass out back because, you know, he does actually have a backbone. And I think one of the ways he can hit you where it hurts and he knows is to talk about who you are as a mother. And for me, it goes back to what I was sharing with you guys about being meshed in a relationship. He should have the comfort to share things with her honestly as opposed to trying to mask it behind something else. And she should also be able to have the comfort of being able to go out and do her job without feeling penalized for trying to take care of our son. But again, I think the conversation between you two is very poor. Even in one of her songs, she said, the times like she said some of the times that she needs space and she's quiet, he takes it personal. And where is the space and the knowing of one another to be able to understand that sometimes I'm not mad at you, I'm just not in the mood to talk. You know what I'm saying? But once again, if you get in with somebody that you knew at 8 years old, at 30 years old, and y'all was at a distance and thinking you still know them, that's fucking ludicrous to me. And once again, like I said, I have my girl Stephanie here. She can attest to this. Yes, she knew her husband for years when we were young. Years. We're all cemented and have kindergarten to 8th grade together. So yes, I knew you. But then there's a gap in between where we both were at a distance doing things separately. So now when we reconvene, I need to get to know you again. The new you. You're not who you were when you were 13. You're not who you were when you were 11. You're 22 years old now. You know what I'm saying? So it takes time. And in that time, sometimes you learn that either I love the dog fuck out this person, I made the right choice, i.e. Stephanie, i.e. me and Pookie, or you figure out what I think Nicki and Big Zoo is figuring out, which is I do love you, and I did want this to work, and we did create something beautiful from what we shared, but I don't really know. So y'all head over there and check on Nicki, because I think in the meantime, she's self-medicating and they're putting her on every drug under the sun. Me personally, I won't do that to her, but I will say you guys need to go check it. Tifa and Stephanie, is y'all on the what list is we gonna call this? The Blood and the Barbie list. Stephanie and Tifa, y'all on the Blood and the Barbie list. So y'all go check on Nicki. Somebody grab Zoo, and let's try to get this together. Because if y'all not gonna be together, then y'all need to solidify that and move forward. And if y'all are, y'all need to get some counseling and make it work. Right? But once again, I think that folks will go online and just automatically blurt out I'm single, because like my Aunt Karen would say, y'all don't respect the institution of marriage. I do. All right, so let's move along. That was a little, I got a little bit of personal with y'all, share my little information. Oh my God. Speaking of the institution of marriage, did you guys see that Alexis Major and Luka Brazi? Do you guys know who that is? Let me know in the chat if you know who Alexis Majors and Luka Brazi is. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't particularly know. Oh my, eyes are red. I don't particularly know their whole life story, right? I got a little familiar dating Pookie with how the whole reefer life works, because there was a time that he was heavily invested in smoking the reefer. Me personally, I don't be bothered with no reefer. I don't be bothered with no edibles. I cannot, and I will not, right? Indulge. But I know that's the whole lifestyle for folks, and I don't knock it, because everybody have their past time, and I actually like reefer smokers because they're very even killed, chill, whereas I'm more rambunctious, loud, and crazy. They kind of balance me out, right? So anyway, I started, hearing more about it because I'm dating somebody who's interested in it and who used to indulge, right? So when I was listening to him, there was a lot of talk around the pandemic time, and it could have been before, but I started hearing about it around the time, about gumbo this, gumbo weed, gumbo that, right? Why I started to hear about it a little more is because, as you guys know, I'm from Brownsville, from the Plaza, and where the Plaza is, it's kind of like the very, 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 I'm not in Kansas no more, East New York, and it's the very, 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 very start of Brownsville. So when a lot of times when people hear New Lots, they automatically assume you live in the East, because most of New Lots is in the East. But the last stop on New Lots that turns it into Brownsville is the Plaza. So I grew up on New Lots and Mother Gas. I don't know if New Lots Gumbo is from East New York or from, however go, when they brought it up, a lot of people from the Plaza was, invested in it. And so that's how I got to hear more about it. So from what I understand and heard, Luka Brazi is like the Jesus Christ of Gumbo, and Gumbo is all over the world. I don't know. According to life, Luka Brazi ran it up with the gumbo. But he also is in a relationship with Alexis Majors, who helped him do that. I don't know if they met through the gumbo and fell in love, or they were already a couple and stumbled upon the gumbo. I cannot say. What I will say is, oh my God, they got married. That wedding was absolutely beautiful. That wedding was absolutely beautiful. The aesthetic of the wedding, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I genuinely enjoyed watching. The wedding was beautiful. So if y'all get a chance, I don't know if they're gonna drop like their own little video. I really just seen a lot of snippets, but I thought it was very nice and it represented a very classy wedding for folks who are, still relatively young and so on and so forth. So I loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Y'all go check out Alexis Major and Luka Brazi. They got married and I was happy for them. I was very, very happy for them. I have some commentary regarding some things I seen prior to the marriage, but I'm not going to share that because the festivities are already done. Anywho, congratulations, Luka Brazi and Alexis Major. Speaking of the institution of marriage, there's one that failed, which would be Jeezy and Jeannie. Now, y'all know I done went up for this situation 3, 4, 5, 6 times on live, so I don't have so much to invest this time. The long and the short of it is the judge has granted the divorce. Oh my God, I just love to see when judges can be fair and just grant divorces and not have to go through the process of waiting 300 fucking years, right? But that's my own personal shit. I'll leave that alone. Anywho, yes. So it happened. It happened. It happened. It happened. Congratulations, Jeezy and Jeannie, on being able to separate. I just feel bad that it wasn't amicably because even though they sealed the documents, some folks I think were able to get their hands on it, and they just talked about it was a whole smear campaign. And you know what was so crazy about it is it seemed like I got to hear a little more about the documents because there was a young lady that she basically shared some of her some of the things that was on there. She was reading them off, but I felt so bad because I'm not saying that Jeezy's perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but the how it seemed like the divorce went, and especially I'm guessing this is how it goes when you file, is that when you file and the other person is seeking something, I think it's their responsibility to curse you the fuck out, talk about you like a dog, and make you look like the worst person in the world so they can get what they need. And you just have to defend your character in order to get this divorce done, right? I felt so bad because they showed Jeannie just had got a whole bunch of people, and it was sad. It was sad. It was sad. She had got a lot of people to speak so negatively about Jeezy's character, about who he is as a man, and he just recruited people who would say the opposite. That he's a good man, and he's a good dad, and he's a good businessman, and he did try within his relationship. That was ugly, and I want to say something about a woman scorn, right? Because I have been privy to it, and I always pray. It's one of the things that I pray about. I pray not to be ungrateful. I pray to cherish, all of the beautiful things that God has given me, and I pray that I don't forget what people do for me, and I don't forget who did for me, right? Because it's so ugly to watch a person that you have built something with take away all of the negative things that was beautiful and highlight those things as if those are the only things that ever happened. Now, I remember I was in favor, well, let me be fair, I was in favor of true love. I tell you guys that all the time. I love true love. I was not in favor of that relationship because, in my opinion, Jeezy, your ass should have been with a black woman. And no shade against Jeannie. No shade against Jeannie, but Jeannie also said that she didn't like dark meat. So my feeling was that Jeezy, your meat is dark. Like, you should be with somebody who likes what you at, right? But in any event, right? They were together, and according to Jeannie and Jeezy, so in love. Wow. Sirens just like that, the ghetto. I want to move to a gated community where I never hear sirens. God, let's talk about that. Anyway, according to the both of them, it was just a beautiful, 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 beautiful experience. According to them, they talked so highly of each other and so how much they was in love and so on and so on and so on and so forth, right? So now when we get to the point where, I'm not in love with you anymore, our relationship is failing, it's not working out. Instead of being able to say, I'm not angry with you because during the time when we was in love, you treated me beautifully. I'm not happy about the way you treated me in the end, but that's the reason why we are separating. Instead, it was, oh, we separated? Okay, motherfucker. So that time you took me to dinner, paid for everything for all me and my friends, and bought me Birkin and treated me nice. Fuck all that, because during the time of that night, you rolled your eyes, and I didn't like that part. So let me bring that up in the court documents. I don't like that. I don't like that. And the way she had people coming through to speak on his character, it really was so nasty to see, because I also remember how you were advocating of how much of a great man he was and how beautiful his character was, maybe even a year ago. So now here we are where you're pulling all of these people in to speak so negatively about him. So if they felt all of these negative things about him, why, before y'all even got married or before he even thought about divorce, why weren't these some of the things that they shared with you and you took heed to? Because clearly these are people that you know, love, and trust. Why is all of this falling out of the woodworks now because he now is filing for a divorce to separate from you? I don't like it. 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 And again, I will not say that Jeezy wasn't over there pulling out Glock 9s, and I won't say that Jeezy wasn't over there roughing her up, and I was not there. I do not know. What I'm speaking about is what they're putting out in the public for us to visually see, which is you are calling everybody and their mother to come up there and speak so horrible about a man that you claimed 18 months ago was the best thing that ever happened to you in your whole life, and you would live and die for that person. What happened? And then you have all of these people condoning your fuck shit. And I mean, you know what? I don't like to keep y'all on these lives, but I gotta talk about people condoning people fuck shit. Oh my God. And I gotta talk to y'all about it because I give Pookie 2 ears and 3 legs for about this. And he sometimes be looking at me like, I get it, DJ. It's a trigger for you. And it really is, right? It really is. I've always been a type of friend. And I have to, use Stephanie because she's here. Stephanie is my friend. She knows me. Once again, we've known each other from little fucking kids. We know each other as adults. I was a bridesmaid in her wedding. So we know each other very well. And Stephanie can tell you if I'm lying right here in the chat. Stephanie, am I the type of friend that's gonna condone fuck shit? Right? And the reason why I don't condone it is because, in my opinion, I'm damn near helping a friend commit suicide by entertaining something that I don't feel is right just to insulate them, right? So let me give an example of what I think, right? Let's just say I have a friend, right? And the friend is in a relationship. And they're going through something in a relationship. And they're saying this person is lying, this person cheating on me, whatever they're going through, right? And then I say to them, okay, well, do you want to leave? Do you want to stay? Listen, I want to work it out with that person. They want to stay in a relationship. They want to work it out. But then they also want to get drunk and beat on the person. And now this friend wants me to say that it's okay for you to whip his ass because he is lying and cheating on you. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm absolutely not doing that. I'm not. You know why? Because in my mind, that translates to me telling you to put your hands on him and then not even taking into account that he may also put his fucking hands on you. And then when he does, it could be a way worse situation for you than it would be for him. Right? So in my mind, I'm helping you walk into damn near suicide. You know what I'm saying? As a friend, if I'm telling you it's okay to beat on your man because he's lying and cheating and all these things. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And we live in a world, and this really is a trigger for me, where people will sit around and because it's their sister, cousin, their spouse, their co-worker, and be like, no, you're right. You absolutely right. No, that's the right thing to do. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I want anybody that knows me and gives a damn about me, even if we're not that close. If you see me walking into the fire, tap me on the shoulder. It's up to me to take heed to your tapping. But y'all gotta stop condoning fuck shit. Y'all gotta stop condoning fuck shit. And that's why people walk around thinking that the things that they do are okay and right because you have a whole cheerleading squad telling you, yay, that. And a lot of times too, when people are condoning fuck shit, it's because of their own personal experiences. So like the example I just gave you, that I may be the person that my man used to lie and cheat on me and broke my fucking heart, but I didn't beat his ass. And I'm looking at you like, oh, you have the courage to do that to your man? Let me egg that on because I wish I would have done that. Stop. Yeah, people got to stop. That it has to stop. So I don't know at what point is fuck shit going to stop being condoned. But me personally, at 42 years old, I'm not engaging with nobody doing fuck shit. And I'm not engaging with nobody condoning fuck shit. I don't care who you are. I'm at a point in my life, I'm cutting off family for it. So once I hear, oh, you know, you okay with some bullshit because what you went through in 88, so you know what? You and that person stay the fuck over there and leave me out of it and leave me alone. Because guess what? When all of the repercussions come behind the fuck shit y'all got going on, I don't want to be privy to it. The same way I wasn't privy to the planning of the fuck shit. I don't want to be privy to the repercussions that come behind it. So I beg of you guys, please, 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 stop condoning fuck shit. It doesn't benefit anybody. I know you love a person and that's your cousin, your auntie. You obviously, you don't want to meet them. No. And for Jeannie mine, once she would have came to me and said to me, listen, Jeezy is trying to leave me and he's trying to leave me with nothing, which bitch, you walked into this with your own bag. So you can walk away from it with your same motherfucking bag and continue to build on that. Fuck him. If you want to take his money, bye, motherfucker. But to now say, as my friend, remember that time you heard him yelling in the background, right? You think that was abuse against me. You could tell a lawyer that. No, I cannot. No, I cannot. You know why I can't tell a lawyer that? Because I told your fucking ass that. Right? And you told me it wasn't abuse. You told me the sun rose and set on that motherfucker bald head. So listen, you and him, go over there and fight that shit out and leave me out of it because this is not on him, bitch, it's on you. I told you leave that motherfucker the first time he did the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But for now, for me to come and say, oh, I just sat around and watched you collect your Birkins and, oh, that was all good and beautiful. And now since you're not collecting your Birkins no more, you want to create that he's this some type of monster. And me as your friend, I should come with you and help you do. I'm not doing that. My moral fiber won't allow me to do that. Let me know how it works out. And like I said, for Jeannie, I'm not saying he wasn't over there beating your ass. I'm not saying he wasn't over there pulling out straps and straps wasn't over. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying it wasn't happening. I'm just saying that I find it really, 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 really odd that we're learning how much of a monster he is now when he's trying to divorce you, when you were the same person going on every talk show and radio show and podcast you could get on to say how much you loved him, how much he saved and changed your life, and how much you trying to have another baby with him. But all of a sudden, because he filed for divorce, he's a monster. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. And everybody who put in all of those documents to support her, y'all gotta stop condoning fuck shit. Because that's why people get on with it. Because what will end up happening is, okay, let's just say that Jeannie gets what she wants from the situation, she move on. She's gonna do the same thing to the next guy, be calling on you to condone it because you condoned it the first time. Yeah, my moral compass ain't allowing me to do that. It's not allowing me to do that. I told her from the beginning, if I seen signs of him beating her ass and treating her like shit, sis, this don't look like no good situation. I know you telling me that he that nigga, but from what I observed, it don't look like that. And matter of fact, let me get on away from this because since I can't tell you nothing because the sun, the moon, and the stars set on his bullheaded ass according to you, it don't do that according to me. It looks terrible, pitiful because look how he treating you. And you want to be a part of that? Fine, no problem. I don't. So you know what, homegirl? Y'all be okay. So now when you need letters and affidavits and all that, you won't be calling on me because I'm not condoning that. But everybody different. Jeezy, you should have been with a black woman. She said she didn't like no dark meat. Your meat is dark. I can't imagine how that's working out for you. And look, it isn't. So, okay, moving right along. Also, I want y'all to know Remy Martin had a birthday party and I didn't see any signs of tattoos. Pat, once again, if there's some hidden thing that you have done, and this is the end result of it, let the chips fall where they may. But if you ain't did shit to this girl, and these are anyway, moving right along. Oh, all right, all right. So let's get on to our shows because I want to let y'all go because this time I kept y'all for 2 hours. But you know why I kept y'all? Because I'm totally pissed about this live. I don't even know if I'm going to drop any snippets from it because I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed at the thing on the screen. I'm annoyed that I was late because I do not like being late going live. I'm just annoyed. But I'm going to, the rest of the night is going to get better for me. I know that. Pookie's going to make sure of that. So anywho, are we watching The Shy? Y'all better be watching The Shy. Y'all better be watching The Shy. I'm watching The Shy. I'm watching the Kardashians. Okay, I won't bully you guys into watching the Kardashians because I think we're like on episode 4 or 5. And I'm kind of like dozing off. You know, I'm not going to lie. Kim just did some Skims with Swarovski crystals. And again, I'm into the glamour, so I kind of woke up for that part. But other than that, I'm just looking like, what the fuck? What are y'all doing? Yes, Stephanie, your butterfly's still on the screen. I had to move it to that because the other thing was so big. Like, okay, I mean, Kardashians, Courtney's in labor. I don't know, so I'm not going to try to bully on to watching that. But the Shy is giving what it's supposed to give. So y'all watch that. Power. Yo, I watched Power like 6 times last week. I was there like, yes, this is TV. This is what Mary had on a mean short sleeve Fendi shirt. And woo! Pookie was hating on her shirt. I love that shirt. Anywho, yeah, it just, Power is giving me my life. So y'all watch Power. Oh, last week was the last episode of The Barnes Bunch. I'm sad. But I love The Barnes Bunch. It ended well with a happy ending. True love has prevailed. Let's move on. I see people getting my comments and was cursing that out. I don't care. I like that. Also, like we said, I'm watching the Kardashians. I'm watching The Shy and Power. I'm peeking at Love and Marriage Huntsville. Tifa, did you ever get on the Love and Marriage Huntsville train? Let me know what you think of it. I'm watching the Real Housewives of New Jersey, but I'm kind of not watching it. Okay, whatever. I'm trying to get into Dubai because they do look fabulous, but something is not pulling me in. I don't have any shows Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, but let me tell y'all something. College Hill. College Hill is coming back next week, I think on the 20th, and it's coming back, and it's going to have Saucy Santana. It's going to have Claudia Jordan. It's going to have, what's his basketball player? I remember he was on Couples Therapy. Pookie, what's the basketball player? Antoine used to love him. It's him. They're going to have, what's Rob Kardashian? Angela White. What was her other name? Black China. It's going to be a few people. Yeah, Swaggy. Yeah, Swaggy P. That person. He's going to be there. I remember him from Couples Therapy. So College Hill, I think, is going to be good this season. I think we're going to like it. So let's tune into College Hill. I think it comes on the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, if you guys have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday shows that I could watch that you think I would be interested in, let me know. Let me tell y'all what is my requirements for shows that I watch. White people must be on them. I need white people on my shows. I don't care who don't like it. That's what I need. I need a love story. Okay? I need somebody to be in love, somebody looking for love, somebody found love, somebody got love, somebody in love. I need some love. Love. Right? I need glitz and glamour. I'm not watching, let me tell you something. I don't watch no Game of Thrones and nothing where people look like aliens and sea monsters, and I don't watch none of that type of thing. So if you want to tell me to watch something with ghouls and ghosts and that dumb shit, I'm not watching that, okay? So don't tell me about no show like that. I need you to be pretty, cute, have some money. I need a little drama. Now, I mean, the drama can be ratchet drama, or it could just be everyday grown-up drama, but I need a little bit of drama and I can gossip, but like, you know what I'm saying? So I need some drama. I definitely need some drama. Yes, that means Nick Young. Yes. Oh my God, he's at lyric school. Yes, I remember Antoine used to love him. Yes, him. He's gonna be on College Hill. Yes, so I need some white people, a love story, some glitz and glamour, and I need some drama. Okay, so you have a show that you like, okay, like I know my homegirl, Miss Carlene, that's my girl, that's my love and marriage Huntsville partner. She was telling me to get into Love After Lockup, and me and Pookie was cracking up because we could have been rich off of Love After Lockup. I don't know why the hell we think of that, right? But she said it's really good, and she said they have a new season starting next month. I'm getting Basketball Wives is coming back July 1st, which, I'll tell you guys something. July 1st is Operation Hill 100 Hearts 10-year anniversary. So I'm going to go live that day because that day is not only the 10-year anniversary, but it's also the end of my 60-day cleanse. I will be alcohol, meat, and caffeine free for 60 days, July 1st. So I'll be having a drink on that live. And also, I'm going to have something cosmetically done and I'm going to reveal to you guys. I'm so excited. Right, so oh my God, thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know, girl, live was live, and I'm over this. But I'll do better. I might come back depending. Oh no, Sunday is Father's Day, so let me start off by saying Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I personally this holiday has gotten a little melancholy for me again because I lost my own dad in 2005, but I received a bonus dad in 2007, and so it kind of made Father's Day a little bit more festive for me. But as everybody knows, I lost my bonus dad last year. So it's like, I don't want to be sad about Father's Day, but I cannot help but miss both of them. But I do have some other bonus dads. You know, I have my father-in-law, I have Pookie as an uncle I'm cool with. So there is something in my life that helps to guide and protect me that I do love, you know, and care about. You know, it's just I missed the two men that did it for so long. But in any event, Happy Father's Day to all my fathers out there. Speaking of, I just got, you know what, I might drop it this weekend. I just got a dear DJ from a dad. And I may drop it this weekend in honor of Father's Day. I don't normally drop dear DJs on the weekend, but maybe I'll drop it Sunday in honor of Father's Day, right? Y'all better catch up on dear DJs because I did the 3-peat this motherfucking week. I hit charge 1, 2, 3 dear DJs. I usually only drop 2 dear DJs during the week. So I held it down for the crown, okay? Okay. So now y'all gonna watch them dear DJs and catch up. They were very salacious. Tifa was up there talking about, girl, this is messy. I was cracking up. So let's see what's gonna be the end result. Hopefully folks reach out for their Healing Heart sessions or they write a rebuttal to their response to the dear DJ letter. I did get one where the young lady who said that she was kind of like focused on her ex and she didn't know why, and you know she was basically like trying to compete with them. She did write me back and say thank you so much. She watched the video 500 times and she realized she does have some work to do, so I may be seeing her soon for a Healing Heart session. That makes me excited. In any event, I love you guys. Make sure you share. I really don't appreciate having something on the front of the screen because that irritates me. I like to give you guys all my gestures and, you know, my craziness. And, you know, when the pastor was, I know I will, don't get me back on that, right? Make sure you hit the thumbs up on the video. Please, 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 with sugar on top. I really need you guys to get me the algorithm. I'm almost at 1,000. Keep me in prayer. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Enjoy your weekend. And make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and go check out those dear DJs. I'm going to drop a Father's Day dear DJ in honor of the dads.
Fuck up.